Welcome to Syndology. I did promise that I was going to do a video on chronic pain and tips on how to keep warm during this cold weather. London's becoming quite chilly now, and if you're like me, your chronic pain would have been triggered already, and mine's has. So here are 3 tips, and this is video part 1. So the first tip is layering your clothing. What I find really helps is with layering your clothing, wearing a thermal deep next to your skin and other layers on top really helps to keep your temperature warm. You might want to wear 2 pairs of leggings if that were to keep your legs warm, and that really helps you to keep warm rather than having just one jumper, then taking it off and then feeling quite cold. You can adjust layers much more easily. So that was tip number 1. Tip number 2 is keeping your extremities warm. What I mean is when you go outside, make sure you wear a hat. I tend to find I lose a lot of heat through my head. So wearing a hat really helps me to keep warm. Wearing gloves, wearing socks. Now, you might want to wear more than one layer of socks. Depends on how cold your feet get. All of this is flexible. You can use whatever you need to do for your body and what works for you. So what I find really important is keeping your ears, throat and chest really warm, wearing a scarf, making sure you keep your core temperature up. Tip number 3 is heat therapy. What I find really useful is having an under blanket that's electric. I can move the temperature up and down as I need it. I've just recently bought a 15 tog a quilt, and I also use a weighted blanket. Weighted blanket is really useful to keep you warm, but it's also useful for anxiety. So if you are able to, you could use that, but with caution. If you have fibromyalgia, sometimes the weight of the weighted blanket can trigger your pain. This is the case for me, so I use it as and when I can. And if I'm having a very painful, sensitive day, then I don't use it. So other things that I know other people have used really beneficial is wheat bags, which they heat in the microwave, or hot water bottle. That is really good for localized pain. I don't particularly have localized pain. I have large regions of pain, so it's not very useful for me. But a hot shower, sitting under the hot shower really helps me with pain. So those are the 3 tips for today. Please remember to like, subscribe and share and comment. Share about what you find useful, what you don't find useful, and anything that you do that helps you with your pain.